Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Another episode of some Wild Heart. Basically, EA's Monster Hunter. I prefer this over Monster Hunter, especially the new Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Rise. To me, this is definitely the better rendition of the game out of the two. Maybe even out of the three, if you're including the original Monster Hunter. These are good maximum entertainment purposes, and quality and your players to maximum settings for good service. Call for some backup fighting this rather large control. Just slap the crap out of me with the head. Also going to do things slightly different. I'm basically going to piggyback off of my last video that I made. Basically, I'm in Far Cry 6 for the first time, which is, I'm going to start things off. This is like, I'm just putting out the story to lightning and why Gamepass service is just, it's unmatched. Especially if you have Gamepass PC, it's value. Basically playing another quality type of game. Wow, it just really hit me, spat me out. It's disgusting. It's crazy. I'm actually tipped off that he not allowed that to happen. I'm still jumping. But yeah, this is like I said, this game is just one of many AAA titles available in the Gamepass Ultimate Gamepass PC games. Its value, like I said, it's just unmatched. Man has me doing Street Fighter business. This game also just looks amazing. It looks like some packages lines on some systems in the game. Even though I took his tail off rather quickly, he's kind of stronger than I think. Maybe I could have taken, possibly could have just continued with this solo this perhaps. This is flying to me, it seems to be more difficult, in my opinion. Well, it's already over. Battle's over that quickly. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm upset that basically whatever random player just came and assisted me just stole my final blow, stole my kill. But it's okay. Job is done, Camino is down, and I'm still standing here in one piece. Kinda like the Xbox versus PlayStation situation, which is PlayStation is outselling Xbox 3-1, but Xbox is still standing firmly, still standing strong, thanks to Game Pass and it having AAA quality games and releasing first-party games all throughout 2023, and we expect nothing less than short of that to continue going into 2024 as we're starting 2024 out. Also got some more amazing Game Pass titles on the way for the start of January. They just released one of my favorite, most realistic Milsim first-person shooters that I actually already own right on Game Pass. I just checked the Game Pass storefront and it's there, which is Hell Let Loose. We got Resident Evil 2 on the way. A couple of other games. Some Persona 3, I think. Persona 3 is supposed to be on the way. Just like I said, they just released a lot of games or they're supposed to be releasing a lot of decent games on Game Pass for the start of January to kick things off with a bang. Actually, I'm going to be really correct here because I don't want to give out the wrong information as far as what games just came to Game Pass. Like I said, for certain, they just put Hell Let Loose on here. I'm looking at it. I just tried out Far Cry 6 video. I just uploaded that video before this one, before I decided to play this Wild Hearts, which is really fun to me. You got Close to the Sun. It's kind of like a horror genre game. I might give it a try. The graphics does look relatively good. You got Goat Simulator. You got that game. That's really not my type of game. Doesn't really interest me like that. You got some game called Tin Hearts. Another game that doesn't really like catch my attention too much. You got While the Iron's Hot. Another game that I most likely won't try out. Let me take a look at this one. Yeah, it's like a side scroller, almost roguelike type of game, you could say. Your blacksmith. They got World War Z Aftermath, which I'm up to like the final chapters on that. I definitely need to get back into that and finish that up. We added Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I actually own, and I just actually played that. I got a video about to drop on that, so you guys might want to stay tuned for that. Graphics to this day is still top notch on that game, and it's everybody's favorite, person, which is Lara Croft herself, making a return with modern graphics, continuing to build on her legacy. Then you got this game called Clone Drone in the Danger. I don't know what this is about. It's kind of has Minecraft-like graphics, which I'm not really interested in that either. You got Steam World Build. Break ground on a new frontier as the planet dies around you. Dig deep and build wide to excavate long-lost space farming technology, I think. Space faring. I need glasses. It's also
That's what we call it. But people
not interested in it.
Don't venture that way anymore. It was a sacred place for the hunters of old, much like the Spirit Isle, I think. But I've never heard of any settlements or trucks that way. I suppose the weather's too inhospitable. Sometimes you see clouds of kocho fluttering around the mountainsides, though. It is pretty, but creepy in a way, too. They're called eternity ringlets, that particular type of kocho. I suppose because they gather by the injured and the dead. In the old days, some people even thought that humans in kemono turned into kocho when they died. Anyway, ready to get back to work? Let's get this camp finished off.
Another game they just put on Game Pass called Spirit of the North Enhanced Edition. Not interested in that either.
Let's leave it there for today, shall we? Another one? They're getting very frequent lately.
Sorry, off subject, on topic of this game, but what the heck is that? A literal living mountain. There's just gotta be no way in the heck they're expecting me to fight this thing. No way. I'm definitely gonna need help from some random players and hunters to take this thing down. Absolutely. These other Caminos is nothing compared to this thing, whatever this is. Back to the recently released on Gamepass, you have both Remnants, Remnant 1 and 2.
Is it asleep?
Did this thing just go to sleep? It's crazy. You got another game recently released called Roller Dome. Not really interested in that. It's like some skating first-person shooter game in an arena. Got the Killer Instinct Anniversary Edition. Still low-key one of the best fighting games out on console to come out 10 years ago, basically. Still one of the top fighters, truthfully, especially when it comes to netcoding. You got Doom, Spice Wars. I'm not really interested in it. It's like an RPG. And it's Persona 5, not 3.
Really? Interesting.
It was like a moving mountain. Honestly, I've never seen such a huge and terrifying kimono.
It reminds me of something I read in the records from centuries ago. A giant kimono ripped across the land. The castle, the town, the people, all were swallowed in rock. If this is the same creature, it would explain the frequent tremors we've been experiencing recently. Even the strange behavior we observed in the other kimono could be traced back to this giant.
All my life I've lived in Minato, and I had no idea such a kimono lived so close.
Well, kimono only stray outside of their territory in exceptional circumstances, and they rarely show themselves to us. Remember, all kimono, no matter how big or small, are sustained by the same energy, celestial thread. And since celestial thread is ubiquitous, they have no need to wander in search of it.
But then, why has this kimono... Could it be because there's no thread left in its territory, perhaps?
Yes, that's my hypothesis too. I believe our giant is hungry, due to some great change in the flow of thread in its environment. Now, we recently flooded our town with celestial thread by restoring the karakuri on the Spirit Isle. So, unfortunately, we've made Minato look rather appetizing.
But that's terrible. That means this kimono is going to expand its territory this way and swallow us up.
I wish I could fault your logic, and I'm afraid we can't reverse what we've done. I had a nagging feeling that something might go wrong, but not this wrong. If only I had investigated the possible outcomes more thoroughly.
No one's to blame. None of us could have anticipated this. We didn't know anything. Wait. Didn't you say you'd encountered this bear once before? Heading from the sacred mountain towards Minato?
Oh. So that means it comes from a habitat to the north. And you're saying it was on the move even before our work at the ruins? But no, we don't have time to be pondering the cause. We must decide how to act, and quickly. Are you serious? I realize your hunting skills are exceptional, but no single person could dispatch a beast of that size. Even if everyone in town pulled together, the best we could hope to do is give it a nasty surprise to begin with before... No, come on, Suzuna. You owe it to Minato to fix this. Think now. Going along the Harugasmi way, its enormous bulk will mean it has to descend into the river. If we can position Karakuri along the bluff, we might be able to defeat it before it hits the town. I think that's the only workable strategy at this point. I'll talk to the elders about preparing the necessary Karakuri. What I need you to do is buy us some time. Without a chance to prepare, I'm afraid we're doomed.
I wonder if I could... Sorry, I need to go and test something. Meet me later at the forge.
It's going to take all we've got to overcome this threat. The town needs your help now more than ever.
And there's still like 7 more games that's been released
Believe
recently
me, I'm
on
doing everything I
Gamepass,
can
but
think of.
the one that I will definitely be playing out of those 7, because I'm not really interested in the rest, is Like a Dragon, The Man Who Erased His Name. Definitely going to be bringing some gameplay of that to you guys really soon, so keep an eye out for that. For more content, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace and be well. Move out.